Have you ever used this phrase, I've tried everything to lose weight? It's a common phrase. And if you've tried everything and you've already elected to have, or you already had bariatric surgery, weight loss surgery, then I really do believe you've tried everything. Well, everything physical. Like everything, the physical aspect is only one part of the journey. What about the mental part? What about the emotional part? What about the skills that you need to navigate life? So, with this in mind, should you consult a life coach? Have you ever thought of that? Can a life coach help you when you're struggling with weight, even after having weight loss surgery? But wait, I hear you. You're saying, Carrie, I can't afford a life skills coach. I got you. I got you. So, the reason why I created this video is that, yes, you might not want to consider hiring or having a life skills coach, or you can't afford to have a life skills coach, but you can still adopt a life skills coach mentality. And I'm going to tell you how. And if you stick around to the end, I'm actually, if you are considering hiring, maybe not now, but in the future, a life skills coach, I'm going to give you some tips on what to look for when doing so. In this video, I'm going to share with you the benefits of adopting a life skills coach mentality versus maybe that traditional nutritionist thinking or a trainer or a health coach or even your bariatric surgery. I'm going to share with you the strategies that I use and have been trained in. Thinking and acting like a life skills coach helped me in my bariatric journey to lose 140 pounds and to actually sustain that now 3 years later. Okay, let's get into it. The problem for most of us post surgery is that we need help, but we just don't know where to get that from. Or maybe we're just not confident in our bariatric team anymore. Maybe it's harder than we thought and we're a little bit struggling and we're super scared that we're going to go backwards. Or maybe we just need a little extra help getting back on track. We know that embarking on a weight loss surgery journey is not easy. Sometimes staying motivated on that journey is the hardest part. And it can be super hard, super difficult if you're doing it all alone. And just be honest with yourself. I know I did this. Many of us do this. How many of us can list all the fad diets that we've tried before? Some of those bizarre weight loss regimes that we've taken part of. We've tried them all, and maybe we got a little success, but eventually they failed. Why did that happen? The honest answer is that's the nature of them. They're set up like that. They're oversimplified. They have nothing to do with the mindset, and you just don't learn the life skills to navigate life in the way that helps you sustain weight loss long term. So we don't turn to food. So we don't use food, and we get past just the physical restriction, the physical weight loss, and we embrace the journey of how to lose the mental and emotional weight as well. Be honest with yourself before you go further. Did you think bariatric surgery was going to be kind of like those diet fads? Magical thinking, magic bullet. It's going to be a straight line. You're going to lose the weight and life was going to begin. Well, the honest thing is, and if you are a long-termer with bariatric surgery, you know that surgery is not a quick fix. Surgery doesn't solve all life's problems. It doesn't solve any of life's problems at all. We still need to learn how to deal with life, and life doesn't begin once you reach your goal weight. Life is happening every single day. First, it's important to understand what really is a life skills coach, a life coach. A life skills coach really works in partnership with you. It helps you reach your potential in all facets of life, not just with your weight loss surgery journey. Just as a professional sports player, an athlete has a coach. And if it's a really good coach, they're not just working, say, for example, a professional football player. They're not just working on how to play football. A really good coach works on the technical, the physical, the psychological, the emotional pieces of how to play the game. It's about personal development and betterment in kind of a structured way. It's not just about how to throw the ball, how to catch the ball, and how to make a touchdown. A life skills coach or a life coach helps the client make improvements in their life, in all aspects of their life. It gets them out of that stuck cycle, that stuck state. And a life coach assumes and knows and eventually gets the client to understand that you have all the answers inside you. You have the knowledge within yourself to make those improvements and good choices. The life coach works more as a facilitator than a teacher or a counselor. They help you, they partner with you to make the improvements from all the knowledge that you have within yourself and how to tap into your potential. A life coach acts as a mentor, but remember, they're not there to do the work for you. A life coach isn't there to solve your depression or solve your anxiety or even solve your weight loss problem. Instead, they're there to help you change your mindset, to develop the skills so you can be confident in tackling and navigating through those challenges and issues. A life coach can break down a bigger problem into smaller chunks. There are a variety of reasons that people will seek out a life coach. So I just want you to understand the benefits of it so that when you adopt that life skills coach mindset, you'll understand what you're getting. Later, I will share with you my specific strategies. The benefits are you focus on improving versus proving. It helps you gain a different perspective. It heightens your self-awareness and your self-reflection skills. It helps you create a balanced life, not just in one part of your life, across all aspects of your life. It takes dreams into tangible goals and breaks down those goals so you can get the results that you're seeking. It helps you discover a clarity of purpose. It helps you create accountability so you can follow through on your commitments. It helps you discover your best self versus comparing yourself to others. It helps you determine your strengths and identify the gaps or your weaknesses so that you can improve on them. It encourages open-mindedness. There is many solutions to one problem. It just unlocks potential. It makes you look at different alternative ways, different perspectives on how to approach issues. It helps you to eliminate negative thoughts that are holding you back. It helps you overcome fears. It just provides a different outlook on life. It helps you to be aware of your values. It actually aligns your strengths with your decisions. It helps you stay motivated, helps you make better decisions. It helps you to learn to accept constructive criticism versus letting that feedback tear you down. It shows you how to appreciate yourself for who you are. All of this will reduce stress. And it's known to decrease depression and anxiety and actually work on that as you experience that through life. So, what's the difference between a health coach and a life coach? Life coaches don't tell you what to do, they help you understand what you need to do. And they help you as a unique person in the universe. They don't just give you scripted plans, they just don't give you a blanket answer. They help you develop your own personalized plan that meets your unique needs. They help you become a subject matter expert on your own life. Why do you want that? If you're a subject matter expert on your own life, you know what to do moving forward. You know how to identify some of the things that you are struggling with. You know what to do and take the next steps to change that or improve that. Hint, hint, this is why the diet industry doesn't really work long term. And they want that. They want you to keep coming back. A life skills coaching mentality helps you keep moving forward so you don't have to revert back to that old restrictive type of thinking. Okay, let's really get into it and I'll share some strategies, life skills strategies, adopting that life skills coach mentality. So I encourage you to jot some of these down, grab a journal. You can always share the video. You can save the video and refer back to it. So pick an area. Is it weight loss? probably if you clicked on this video, but think about other parts of your life as well. Is there a project that you're working on? Is there some other aspect in your life that you're kind of struggling with that you think you need extra motivation or maybe some self reflection with? It can be applied to any life challenge. Get really clear on what you need. When do you want this to happen by? And then you work backwards. Really understand, why do you want it? What's your bigger why? What's your driving motivator for change? Then identify potential obstacles. What are some things that can get in the way? Brainstorm those. Who's your support team? Who's your support team? Identify first action steps. What do I mean by that? What is the first step you can take today? What is a realistic, sustainable pace? Then develop a bigger action plan with actionable, realistic, meaningful steps. And then you're going to have to think about, how do you support those steps in the plan? And like I said, now you need to talk about and think about accountability. How are you going to monitor? How are you going to determine what is progress? How are you going to know when it's time to change course, to pivot? What are your check-ins? What are they going to look like? So accountability to others, but even more importantly than that, accountability to yourself. What are your real progress and success indicators? If you are super focused on weight loss, it has to be more, those progress indicators, success results, has to be more than that number on the scale. It has to be bigger. What are all your progress indicators? List them. And then you have to understand that you need to reward yourself for reaching some of those progress indicators. Those non-scale victories, if it's the weight loss surgery journey, has to be celebrated. You have to recognize that they're way more accurate and important than that number on the scale. So you need to develop your reward plan. How are you going to celebrate that? And how are you going to celebrate that without food? What does that mean for you? So talking about those general kind of strategies and how to adopt a life skills coaching mentality, and you really think about that in regards to your bariatric journey, how is that different than the diet industry before, than all those diets before? Is it different? Okay, now maybe I've piqued your interest about life skills coaching. And maybe you're considering getting a life coach, hiring a coach, maybe researching about it. I'm going to offer you some questions now to think about before you jump into just hiring any life skills coach. You need to think about the following things. Do they have a relevant degree? Do they have some kind of certification in regards to life skills coaching and the training that is a little bit different than maybe a health coach or a typical trainer? Did they complete their training program? Have they been certified by the ICF or the CCE? Have they learned specific coaching methods and life skills training? Do they seek professional association, guidance, or mentorship? Do they have now, or maybe did they have a previous career that really focused on life skills coaching or using that coaching expertise in their job? Now, this is kind of the big one for me. And it might be not true for everyone, but depending on what you want to work on, do they have the actual life skill experience in that certain issue that you're working on? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they can't do a good job. It's just, I'm just saying that do they have the real world experience? Do they really know what you're struggling with? It just helps to kind of develop the empathy and that kind of first insight deeper. Need additional resources? Check out my playlist, Removing Roadblocks. It's all built on videos built on developing your life skills.